Fall has arrived, the growing season is coming to a close. But before winter hits, we have 5 essential garden tasks that you can tackle this fall to get the most out of your garden. So, whether you're growing veggies, herbs, or flowers, these simple steps will help you get set to tuck the garden in for winter. Task number 1 is to collect the last of the summer harvest. And this may seem obvious, but with the cooler days, summer crops have stopped producing. So now is the time to go around the garden and gather up what's left. We're gathering up the rest of the tomatoes that haven't ripened, that are still on the green side. And there's a lot you can do with green tomatoes. You can can green tomatoes, you can make fried green tomatoes. We like to take ours and make a green salsa. And so what we'll do is we'll take the green tomatoes and some onion, some garlic, some hot pepper like serrano or jalapeno, and we'll roast those in the oven. And they make a really, really nice green salsa that's perfect to freeze and then to take out whenever you need it. Speaking of peppers, we are cutting the peppers off of the base so that we can much more easily harvest the remaining peppers. And we have hot peppers, we have some sweet peppers. Another option with your peppers, though, is to overwinter them. So if you're interested in overwintering your pepper plants instead, we'll link to a video on how to do that at the end of this video. Also, be on the lookout for any end-of-season garden treasures, like fresh raspberries. To me, actually, I think fall raspberries taste better than summer. 2 of the raspberry varieties that are our favorites are Heritage and Caroline. They are both really good producers and they produce the best tasting raspberries. Task number 2 is to send the garden waste to the compost. All of those spent summer plants can go straight onto the compost pile to help build up your soil in the future. You can mow them over if you'd like, and that will break them up so they can compost a bit faster, but you certainly don't have to. You can use other yard debris like end of season grass clippings or leaves and put those in the compost pile as well, or break them down and use them as mulch around your perennial beds. Task number 3 is about how to extend the season. So, yes, the growing season is winding down, but there are things you can do to either grow over winter or even just extend the growing season a bit past the frost. You can set up mini greenhouses to grow greens over the winter, or use row covers or cold frames to help extend the season of some of the flowers or vegetables that you have growing. This gives you the opportunity to enjoy those flowers or those vegetables for a little bit longer before the hard frost comes later in fall. Task number 4 is to use cover crops to protect the soil. You can plant cover crops in late summer or early fall in most areas to help protect the soil over winter. Here, we sowed winter greens underneath our vegetable plants to act as a ground cover and as our winter salad. And if you have some minor weeds covering some garden areas, these will also do the job of a cover crop. And those weeds are easy to clear out in the spring if they've been sitting over winter. And finally, task number 5 is to cover frost-sensitive plants. Frost can be forecast anytime if the temperatures dip below 36 degrees Fahrenheit in your area. If there's a light frost in the forecast, say 32 to 36 degrees, with warmer temps coming back afterwards, you can try covering frost-sensitive plants for the night. You can use row covers or even old bed sheets or curtains. Try not to use something too heavy, otherwise you risk damaging the plants, and make sure to remove the frost covers as soon as the temperatures have warmed up again. Now, for temperatures from 32 down to 28 degrees, that is a killing frost, and when that happens, it's time to let the annuals and perennials die back for the winter. For us, that also means it's time to dig up plants like dahlias and store them over winter so they're ready to plant out next summer. And there you have it. So these are 5 quick, easy tasks to get your garden ready for winter. And by tackling these now, you'll still be getting the most out of your garden space while the temperatures continue to drop. If you want to take it a step further and keep your pepper plants thriving through the cold months, check out my next video on how to overwinter your pepper plants. So go check that out. In the meantime, happy gardening, and I'll see you in the next one.